Peace, 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 peace. We in the building, family. Peace and that's right. It's 906 Ozone B. I mean, listen. You gotta know this ain't no Trump hat on me. This is a Moorish American Nobles hat. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no Trump hat. Make America great again. You know what I mean? I got research coming through. You understand what I'm saying, Ozone? I got research coming through. Listen, family. Let me see what the brother say. That's her money, but I'd rather see the mofo dead in prison for murdering my daughter. That's my opinion, though. Yeah, King X, I feel you. So anyway, family, I'm about to get busy, family. I'm about to get busy on this, family. Y'all gonna like this one. I ask everybody to thumbs up and share. This is straight research. I'm telling you, this is straight research, family. When I start talking about fake militias, patriots, and protest leaders could all be in on the Breonna Taylor cover-up, I'm about to give you something. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not offended by no hats, bluegrass. Come on, man. I'm going to say some things today, family. I'm just saying this ain't no Trump hat. You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Bluegrass, Bluegrass Nomads, you know what I mean? Big O. I'm just saying this ain't no Trump hat. This Moorish American Nobles, you know what I'm saying? Thumbs up. That's right. Thumbs up, family. I'm going to tell you this one. If I have European audience today, if you don't have thick skin today, this may be your last day watching Moorish World TV. I'm going to tell some truth today that many people, you know what I mean? We emotional. We some emotional people. So I'm going to tell some truth today. You know what I mean? Hey. So let me hit these buttons. I'm going to tell some truth today. See, let me tell you something. Truth. Let me sit back and relax for a minute. One thing about truth, right? Truth cuts both ways. Like you can't have truth to be one-sided. Is Grandmaster Jay an agent? Of course. What's up, Nacho's live stream? Is Grandmaster Jay an agent? Of course he is. Is he a doofus? Of course he is. I mean, what up, GQ? GQ, do you got thick skin as I tell the truth today? GQ say he's a European or she's a European. Do you got thick skin? Because I'm going to tell the truth today. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell the truth today, and I'm going to tell you the truth, once it is told, it just falls where it may. You know what I'm saying? That's just what the truth is, family. You know what I mean? Be more in the house, Walbert Junction. Let's get it. Where you from in the Junction? Chatter, where you from? Come on, let's do a live stream up there at the grocery store by ShopRite. I mean, what's that? You know, we got ShopRite, Food Value, Shop Around. With, you know, they give the hood the funny names with the grocery stores. we gotta get a little car. You know what I mean? To go to Giant and all of that. You know what I mean? GQ said got thick skin. So, family, I ask that everybody thumbs up, family, because I'm about to get busy. I've been trying this StreamYard thing. You know what I'm saying? And once I get a little bit used to it, I think I'm going to go ahead and invest in a paid version. And this is what people don't understand. People be like, oh, you know what I mean? You said the Cash App, this, that. But guess what? It provides me the ability to give a better show. You know what I'm saying? And I like this StreamYard thing. You know what I mean? Oh, you from Owens Mills? Sherrod playing. I'm in Owens Mills. And you left the hood. But that's all right. It's all good. I like Owens Mills. They got a place out there called Moby D's, man. And they got some good a vegan dish out there. But there's a little bit uppity out Owens Mills. You already know. You know what I mean? It's a little bit uppity up here. But you know, the thing is that people don't know that, you know, even it takes finance. Prophet Noble Ali taught us that it takes finance to uplift the nation. You know what I mean? And many people was like, man, you can't talk over the people And I heard you please. I heard you please. You said you can't talk over the people, the people that's giving donation. I'm trying to thank people. So I got a guest talking and somebody giving donations. And I'm saying thank you for the donation because my mama taught me manners. You know what I mean? I got manners. You know what I mean? I'm grateful for anybody who shows support financially or otherwise. You know what I mean? I'm grateful. And so I'm screaming, thank you. But then you know, people that watch, they think that I'm just trying to, you know what I mean? So the dichotomy is I was looking at a couple stream platforms and StreamYard give me the ability to do this. You know what I mean? Islam, GS, peace and love from AZ. And now I don't have to yell out to show my gratitude. You understand? It's a saying in the Moorish Science Temple of America, as a tree returns the sap to the roots. You know what I mean? So shall the deed of a grateful person shall return a deed received. In other words, you know, the tree, the sap go down to the root and then give it back. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? We got to. So I'll be grateful. I'll be thankful. But with that being said, family, y'all ready to get busy? Are y'all ready to get busy? All right. I'm trying to tell you, it's about to get busy. Listen, first of all, family, I want to show you something. Do anybody know this guy right here? Do anybody know this guy right here? That's what I want to know. Do anybody know this guy right here? Anybody? That's right. We're going to start off with a bang today. We're going to start off with a whole bang today. We ain't going to play with you today. You know what I mean? Because many people, they be like to play with this truth, but we ain't going to bang with you today. Anybody know who this guy is? Somebody know who this guy is? Anybody? Let me see. Ain't nobody know who this guy is. There we go, New Orleans, uptown. Did I yell to? New Orleans hit it on the nose. He said he's the guy, he works with Angry Viking. You follow me? He's the guy that worked with Angry Viking. His name is Kash Kelly. His name is Kash Kelly. There we go. Now, this guy here, I normally don't call names. You know what I'm saying? I normally don't call names. And when I say this, I'm not saying this in the form of, it's like this. This guy's named Kash Kelly. And I'm not saying this in the form of calling names as being petty. But this guy is the coon of coons. Ain't nothing awesome about this brother, Kash Kelly. And I'm going to show you why. Ain't nothing awesome about this brother, Kash Kelly. I'm going to show you why. Now, many might disagree with me, but I got to give it to you a buck. I got to give it to you a buck. Is it going in and out? Somebody say it ain't going in and out on my end. I'm looking good on my end. But I got to give it to you a buck. Let me make sure everything going good. On my end, I'm looking good. I got to give it to you a buck, family. I don't mind people interfacing with anybody that they relate to. But tap dancing, buck dancing, and all of that is a totally different thing. Somebody say it got lag. Let me stop the screen share. It got lag. Well, I'm looking good on mine. I'm looking at a regular screen too. It's looking good on mine. So listen to this, family. So I'm watching this stream, right? And let me also say this. Let me first rise and give praise to the great God of the universe, Allah, and I give honor to his prophet Noble Drew Ali. I give honor to the forerunner of the prophet, Brother Marcus Mosiah Garvey. I give a special honor to you for joining me today. Let me check on my end. I'm gonna see if it's on my end. Stand by. They say it got lag because I'm about to go in real heavy. So I really need to make sure we ain't got no lag. It might be on YouTube, and I don't think it's on my end actually. But we're gonna see in a second. Let me see. Let me check it out real quick, family, because we're about to go in. I'm about to show you some stuff. You know what I mean? I'm about to show you some stuff, man. On my end, my computer is running real good today. And sometimes when I talk about these things, it kind of act up. So let me see. Yeah, it's looking, mine is looking, mine ain't looking bad at all. On my end, it's looking all right. Yeah, my end is looking pretty good. All right. Thanks, Love Queen. Love Queen, good looking. But anyway, I was watching, let me say this. After hearing Angry Viking talk, right, I thought that me and him seemed to see things alike in certain regards. I was like, I like this guy. You know what I mean? I said, I like this guy. And then I reached out to Angry Viking. I wanted to interview him. Now, anybody that ever did an interview to me, they know how I get down. If I interview you, I'm not going to put no cut on it. If I interview you, I'm going to go raw. I'm going to ask you all the raw questions. I'm not going to let you run from the racial questions. I'm not going to let you water it down. Nope. I'm going to ask you, do you hate so-called black people? And I'm going to ask you questions. Why do you feel compelled to protect the police when you pay taxes for the National Guard? Why do you feel because the whole thing in a nutshell is the Angry Viking position is, and I wanted to interview because I thought he was a straight up guy, right? So I wanted to interview because I want to know these questions, and I know I'm gonna ask the questions that you want to hear the answer to. I'm also interested too. Like, why do you feel so compelled to protect the police when in fact, you got the National Guard, you got the strongest army on the planet, the United States Army, the United States military. Know what I mean? So the point that I'm making is, why do you feel that your little militia can protect the police and protect property? I wanted to ask these questions. Know what I mean? I wanted to ask these questions. I don't know if he's a tough guy, if he's trying to be a celebrity or what. But I wanted to interview him and ask these questions. Why do you feel compelled? The strongest military on the planet took down Saddam Hussein, took down Omar Gaddafi, took down the World Trade Center. I mean, not the World Trade, but took down all foreign powers of communism. Just took down a bunch of stuff. You follow me? But you, with a little militia from Texas, think that you are going to protect the police. Now look at me and tell me that don't seem strange to you. That should be strange. That don't seem strange to you. Let me tell you what's happening. Many people are using these opportunities to fuel their racial goals. You follow me? Many people are using these opportunities to fuel their racial opposition to other groups of people. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Let's stop playing with this thing. People are jumping on. This is why I'm saying fake militias, Patriots, and protest leaders are part of the cover up because they're using this they're using this in order to further their goals of being recognized as being somebody. You hear me? Y'all don't hear me? You hear me? Listen, the main concern is Breonna Taylor. Number one, if you say that you are a patriot, that means that you stand for the red, white, and blue and the principles that come with the red, white, and blue. And you can't back the police, nor can you back the citizen. You back truth. And a true patriot is for the citizen first. A true patriot is for the citizen that's not an official first. That's a true patriot. That's a true patriot. They make sure that all the checks and balances is done. You know what I'm saying? They make sure that all the checks and balances are done with the regular common people. You follow me? That's what it's all about. When you say, listen, family, whether you so-called black or call yourself white, let's keep it a buck. A true patriot is not about the government per se. It's about checking and making sure that the checks and balances are straight with those who manage the people affairs as well as the money. Because government does nothing more than manage the people affairs. So a true patriot looks out for the best interests of the people so they don't get taken over by the what? The government. That's what a true patriot does. I mean, it's not the other way around. Now, for foreigners, that's different. When you become a patriot and you're dealing with outside forces, non-citizens, now you align yourself with the defense mechanism of the nation, and that's a different kind of patriot. But a homegrown domestic patriot, you're making sure that the citizens don't get taken advantage of by the system. Do y'all understand what I'm saying, or am I going too far? I mean, so now, Grandmaster Jay, you know what I mean? Grandmaster Jay have acquired celebrity status for the death of Breonna Taylor. You follow me? Somebody say I messed up bad. No. Lady Thunderbird. Lady Thunderbird, we can get to that in a minute. I hope you stay around as I break this down. You know what I mean? Lady Thunderbird, I hear your sentiments. Why should a patriot stand up for a drug dealer? Lady Thunderbird, the first thing that we are supposed to do, Lady Thunderbird, is do the checks and balances on the system, not the citizen. It's the system first. You didn't know that there was allegations about Breonna Taylor was a drug dealer when them shots went off. You didn't know that. You didn't know them details. So the first thing that a patriot does, if they want to secure people's liberties, they make sure that the people's liberties are not violated by the same people that they pay taxes to. You understand what I'm saying? So without emotions, that's what we must look into first. Now, somebody say the police knew what she was doing. Okay, I'm glad that you say that. I hope y'all stick around, family. Did y'all share this? I hope y'all stick around because we about to get a buck. Now, you know what I mean? Now, first thing that we have to understand is, and I want y'all to walk with me now. Remember the first thought that I put out, that before we talk about protecting the police, we got to make sure that the citizens' rights are not violated. Then we can move to the police. But the first thing is about the citizens, because the citizens pay taxes for the police to do what they do. We give them the paycheck. We give them the paycheck. On my side, it's not glitchy at all. We give them the paycheck. So the thing is, if you got, let me say this. If you got somebody working on your house and you paying them, right? The thing is, your checks and balances go towards making sure that the work is done properly. You understand what I'm saying? That's where your checks and balances go first. You make sure that your work is done properly. So if you tax-paying a citizen of the United States of America, the first thing that you do is examine and make sure that your money is spent in the correct way. That's number one. All right? Now, number two, the second thing that we have to recognize in this conversation, is opportunists. How many people came for sincere, legitimate reasons? You know what I'm saying? How many people came for sincere, legitimate reasons? Listen, so many people have gotten popular off of the Breonna Taylor thing. Nobody knew who Angry Viking was before Breonna Taylor. Grandmaster Jay had tried to infiltrate the DJ world, the Black Lives Matter world, the politic world, and failed miserably. Every time he went in on a lie. And not until this situation did he catch the wave and become somebody. Say like Jesse Jackson, say, I am a somebody. I am a somebody. So what I'm saying is, oh yeah, he know I'm live. He know I'm live because I'm going to bring more common sense to the conversation than he could ever bring. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, for number one, he tried to infiltrate and fake like he was Grandmaster Jay, calling himself Grandmaster Jay, perpetrating like he was Jazzy Jeff. He tried to infiltrate that. That's number one. Number two, he tried to infiltrate Black Lives Matter, ultimately start calling himself All Lives Matter. Number three, he tried to infiltrate and act like he was running for president, but I think he was trying to sway votes away from the Democratic Party so Trump could win in 2016. Number four, he tried to infiltrate all Black Lives Matter, claiming to be All Lives Matter. Number five, he infiltrated the Ahmaud Arbery demonstration. And from that point on, he gained a little bit of momentum, and he's been riding that wave ever since. But it all comes from the momentum that he acquired from Stone Mountain into Breonna Taylor. Nobody can deny this. I mean, and check this out. Angry Viking, he pops up on the scene, same thing. He gains momentum as some sort of European superhero. I'm watching the videos where the little children walking up to him. Yee, yee. Now he's like He-Man to these little children. No harm, no foul. That's your thing. I mean, but they have built this persona off the back of a death of somebody who was brutally murdered. Now, the circumstances around the murder, that's something else. We can get into that in a minute. You know what I mean? We can get into that in a minute. I'm going to put some links in there in a minute, Tracy. We can get into that in a minute. But now, the point that I'm making is, the tragedy is this. I think all of us in here is grown. If you had a child that was murdered, regardless of the circumstances, I mean, regardless of the circumstances, some believe that the police had the right, some believe that they didn't. But regardless of the circumstances, if you had a child that was murdered, how would you feel if people rode the wave of the death of your child for selfish, egotistical, narcissistic reasons? How would you feel? Whether you was European, Asiatic, was so-called black, so-called white, African, European, don't matter. Whatever you are, how would you feel about that? How would you feel about that? You wouldn't feel right about that. You would look at Grandmaster Jay, if you really understood what he's doing and you follow the history, you follow the trail, you would look at them and be like, man, why are they using my child for this? You feel me? Why are they using my child for their own selfish reasons? Now, let's get into it. Before we can look at that, I got to point this out, family. This guy right here. This guy here. Kash. Let me get this up for you real quick. This guy right here. Unbelievable. I'm going to try to turn it up so you can hear it. Let me see if I can turn it up so you can hear it. All right.
You say that white people are 70% of the population. 13% of the population is black. 5% of which are male. Yeah, we make up 50% of the fucking crime. Now, if that's true, and police are out here killing white people are 70% of the population. 13% of the population is black, right? 13% of the population is black, 5% of which are male. Yeah, we make up 50% of the fucking crime. Now, if that's true, and police are out here killing black people at an alarming rate, then why the fuck aren't we extinct in America yet? Why are there still so many black men that can commit crimes? Just wondering. Also, yeah, 50% of murders. 50% of murders. The crime is actually higher. The crime is actually higher. 50% of murders are committed by blacks. But here's the thing. We all talking shit about the police.
Okay. Now, the point in showing that before I get into these slides, that this guy is super cooning. The guy said this. I mean, this is what he said. I'm going to play it again. I'm not going against Kash. I'm going against what he's saying. He's saying that
White people are 70% of the population.
He said that white people are 70% of the population. Black people are 13% of the population. 5% of which are male. That we make up 50% of the crime. If that's what's the truth. Listen to what he said. He said that, and I'm gonna misquote him just a little bit, but it's going to get to my point. He said if black people are only 3%, and he's giving these numbers of 70%, 30%, and 70% this and that. He said black people are getting killed at an alarming rate. Why aren't we extinct? Well, buddy, you did not give the numbers. Hold up. Check. Well, you did not give the numbers of how many people were killed. You did not give the numbers how many people are killed. So that's just like saying we're 30%, but then the population is 70%, but they're getting killed of alarming rate. Why aren't we extinct? You're not giving the alarming rate numbers. But this is how cooning works. You go in front of these European and you drum up some stuff and you cook it all up and it sounds good. It sounds good. You know what I'm saying? It sounds good. Let me see if I can hook up the audio for you. But it sounds good, but it doesn't make sense. Why would you go, you know what I mean? That's right. The information is totally biased. Like you saying that if we are 30%, you know what I mean? If we are 30% and Europeans are 70% and we are killed at an alarming rate, why aren't we extinct? You're not making sense because you're not giving the alarming rate numbers. That doesn't even make sense. And you look at you're looking at Angry Viking. He on that demonstration like, bro, do we really want the truth? Do we really want the truth? We're gonna talk about the truth in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Give me a second. Let me see if I can hook up this audio up because it's gonna make to my point that I'm making in a second. Stand by. Let me hook up this audio mic up so y'all can hear it. It's so funny to me. It's so funny to me how, you got your own, you have your own platform, but you will go on this European platform with some drummed up numbers. You will go up there with some drummed up. I see if your numbers made sense. It doesn't make sense. Your numbers don't make no sense. And you sitting up there giggling. I mean, you're sitting up there giggling with flawed concepts. You're so desperate. You're so desperate to. And that's what I'm telling you. All of this came off of Breonna Taylor. Everybody trying to get popular from Breonna Taylor's death. Nobody's talking about that. That all of these people are trying to get popular off of a death. Like they say, it's a death culture. It's a death culture. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, family. Let me try to hook this mic up because I want you to pay attention to this, family, because many people are using this opportunity. Many people are using this opportunity to make a name for themselves, to become popular, to become superheroes, to become clout chasers. I'm telling you, give me 1 second. Hold on. Hold on. Hold tight. All right, let me check, make sure everything is a go. Check. All right, check. Can y'all hear me? Let's make sure everything is a go. So press 1 if y'all can hear me. I'm gonna get everything right. Check. Check. Press 1 if you can hear me. Let's get everything right because I'm about to go in right now. I'm about to go all the way in. Check. All right, can you hear me? Are we good? All right, y'all can hear me. That's excellent. All right, because I'm about to go all the way in a minute. And I'm gonna rock through this joint real fast. And I'm going nothing but receipts. Nothing but receipts. All right. Let's see if y'all can see this video again first. Let's try this video out just to see what that looking like real quick. Let's try that out. We're gonna try this out real quick. If you can't see it, so what? We move on.
You say that white people are 70% of the population. 13% of the population is black, right? 13% of the population is black, 5% of which are male. Yeah, we make up 50% of the fucking crime. Now, if that's true, and police are out here killing black people at an alarming rate, then why the fuck aren't we extinct in America yet? Why are there still so many black men that can commit
All right,
crime?
y'all can hear.
Just wondering. Also,
that's Coonan.
Yeah, 50% of murders. 50% of murders. The crime is actually higher. 50% of murders are committed
check.
by black.
All right, they said the video is low, but are y'all able to hear that? Let me see.
50% of murders are committed by blacks. But here's the thing. We all talking shit about the police.
Check. All right. I'm going to try to get y'all right. Islam. All right. So anyway, the point of the matter is I'm going to figure all this stuff out. But the point of the matter is that what he's saying is that if we only 30% of the population and 70% of European and we getting killed by alarming rate, why aren't we extinct? Well, you're not putting up the numbers of how many people getting killed. That's why. You're not making a lot of sense with your rationale. But that's what they do when they go in front of these Europeans. You know what I mean? That's what they do when they go in front of these Europeans. They go in front of these Europeans and trying to show out. And then these Europeans sitting up there giggle. If you're a European on here, you know that reasoning don't make sense. That reasoning do not make sense. Now, that's number one. Now, let me see if I can pull another one up real quick, and then we're going to get into this. We're going to get into this research real quick. All right? Now, this is what he said here.
Oh, that's gonna end poorly. All right.
Stop for a second. I want to get this one to you, too. He says in this one, and I had to just get this one. Let me see if I can get it to you. I should have turned up the volume when I saved this little clip, but nevertheless, I got to get this one to you. I'll narrate it to you if you don't get it. But listen to this.
All right, Kash, go ahead.
Okay. A couple things that was said first off by you, Carl. All right, you said that they are people at a alarming rate. You said that white people are policed differently, or you said that sort of white people are policed differently than black people, which I disagree with. That goes into where you live and the community that you live in. Because if you go to Chicago, white, black, Mexican, all policed the same, depending on where you're at. If you're in the hood.
All right, so what he said was the way that police people, it depends on where you live. Because if you're in the hood, that's what he says.
And you're white, or you're black, or you're Puerto Rican, or you're Mexican, you get policed the same as every other criminal, or every other thug, or every other.
He said if you're white, if you're black, or if you're Mexican, you get policed the same as every other thug. This is what he says.
All of that. And everybody can shake their head at it, but I'm telling you the truth because I'm from there. This is my area. I'm not from fucking Seattle, or I'm not from fucking Hollywood, or wherever the fuck else people live at that this shit happens, but it don't happen in the hood. That's not how it goes.
This dude is crazy.
You talk about black people getting killed at an alarming rate by the...
Now listen, I want you to understand what he just said. What he just said was, it depends upon where you're at. And then I'm going to get into the real meat of what I'm talking about. It depends upon where you're at on how police the community. That's a lie. You can go into any hood and you can see a European buying dope. And the European will get the dope taken from them and go up the street, smash, get out this neighborhood. And the brother that bought the same dope, he going up in the paddy wagon. That's facts. I see it every single day in the hood. You know what I mean? I see it every day in the hood. You know what I'm saying? They'll pull over a car full of some Europeans coming in the hood to buy heroin. Heroin is a major thing in Baltimore. They'll see them coming in to buy heroin, and they will do it different as opposed to a brother or a sister buying heroin. This is a fact. And this guy is sitting on there with angry Viking talking about, no, police are policed all the same. How can that be? That ain't what the numbers say. The numbers don't say that. This guy, I would love to bring him on my platform. Somebody say that ain't what the numbers, that ain't facts. Let me show you facts. I knew somebody was going to say it. Let me show you facts. Let me show you facts. I'm going to just show you a few facts before I get into this joint. I'm just telling you, you're saying that's my opinion. That's his opinion, but I'm going to show you facts. All right? Let me show you facts. Now, I'm not going to just talk to you. I'm going to show you facts. And I just pulled up quickly something just to show you facts. Okay, right here. Blacks are about half as likely as whites to have a positive view of police treatment of racial and ethnic groups of other officers use force. Protecting from crime, 78. We not protected. Using the right amount of force for each situation. Europeans say yes, they use the right amount of force. We say no. Treating racial ethnic groups equally. Europeans say yes, we say no. This is from 2016, but we can bring it on up because they all equal. And this is from Pew Research Center. This is from Pew Research Center. You follow me? This is from Pew Research Center. This is not me. This is not me. And then hold up. What I'm telling you is that these numbers, and I got more research if you want to doubt me, but I want to get into the real business of today. This like, you can't say that's my opinion. I see this stuff every single day. Are y'all able to hear me? This is just what happens. This is not opinion. This happens every day. When you look at the numbers say that more of us are locked up on suspicion. More of us are locked up on petty stuff than other people. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But now, you are part of the division. Your damage is done as you ride the Breonna wave too. No, I'm not. I'm about to wake people up. I'm going to use the Breonna situation to wake people up. That's what I'm going to do because they rocking people to sleep. So I'm going to use it to wake people up. You got me wrong, collective tribal consciousness. I'm going to use it to wake people up just like this. And we're going to start right now. Now, before we start talking about Breonna Taylor, I think it's best that we start talking about the police officers' integrity. The same way we look at one second. The same thing that we look at you know how we look at Grandmaster Jay and we look at his background? Before we can start with Breonna Taylor, I think one of the first things that we need to look at is the police. Do the police have integrity? Do they have integrity to do what they do? Huh? Do we have integrity? Is his word good? Is his word good? That's what's important. Let's check them out. So, the first person that we're going to check out is this guy to the left of Breonna Taylor. You know what I'm saying? We're going to ask, is the word good? Before we even examine the shooting, let's first examine, is the word good? This is Brett Hankison. In early fall, I began walking home from a bar intoxicated. A police officer pulled up next to me and offered me a ride. I thought to myself, wow, this is nice of him, and willingly got in. He began making sexual advances. Towards me, rubbing my thigh, kissing my forehead, and calling me baby. Mortified, I did not move. I continued to talk about my grad school experiences, and he ignored him. As soon as he pulled up to my apartment building, I got out the car and I ran to the back. My friend reported this the next day. Of course, nothing came of it. Flash forward, I see his face involved in the shooting of Breonna Taylor. I found out he has a history of being corrupt. So before we even get into Breonna Taylor, do the police have integrity? So before you want to protect the police, know what you're protecting. Know what you're protecting. Officer Brett Hankison. Let's talk about Officer Brett. We're going to talk about Brett real quick. Officer Brett Hankison, one of the cops named in the shooting death of the Louisville, Kentucky native Breonna Taylor, was accused of being a dirty cop in a separate unrelated lawsuit filed last year. The lawsuit obtained by USA Today was filed by Kendrick Wilson in October 2019 and accuses Officer Hankison of harassing suspect with unnecessary arrest and planting drugs on them. So listen. Before Angry Viking want to protect the police, the first thing we got to do is the police worth protecting, the ones that's involved in this. Here we go again. The guy Wilson says, in this lawsuit, his fatal misdeed was attracting the unwanted, undeserved attention, saying the cop, for one reason or another, had been engaging in illegal activity and that he had to ensure his conviction. You hear that? You hear that? You hear that? So when you got people like everybody using this, everybody using that Angry Viking is going to protect the police. He's a police protector. How you going to protect this? How you going to protect it? This person right here doesn't even have the integrity. Wilson's alleges in this lawsuit he was arrested by Hankison 3 times between 2016 and 2018 at bars in the city where the cops worked as an off-duty security officer. Wilson claims he and the cop had interaction outside the arrest, including over a relationship with the same woman. You see this? The police had a relationship with the same woman as this guy, but let's see what happened. Let's see what happened. One arrest in 2016 resulted in Wilson being charged with assault, but the charges was later dismissed. Another arrest in 2018 stated that there was presence of narcotic odor. Now remember this. You know what I mean? No, we're talking about integrity. If you don't want to hear this, I know you must be a European and you don't want to hear the truth. You must be a European, mud barrier. And if you hear and you heard it, just get out. You ain't got to hear it again. The point that I'm making is that we got these people saying that they dare to protect the police, but how are you going to protect the police who moving like this? How you going to protect the police when they moving like this? This doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense in no world. Another arrest in July 2018 stated there was presence of narcotic odor in Wilson's pocket, which was picked up by the police dog. The lawsuit says Wilson emptied his pockets and only had cash in them. The lawsuit also states that the officer body camera located narcotics on the sidewalk several feet away from where the altercation took place. You follow me? He then jokes with other LMPD officer about planting dope. You see that? He's joking with the other police officer about planting dope. When Mr. Wilton expressed shock over the locating of the drugs, the suit says, also visible on the body camera is an unnamed civilian who can be heard communicating with Mr. Wilson that he saw an officer drop the drugs on the sidewalk before he retrieved it. How can you say that you're about protecting police with this information? If Mud say he's seen this information, why wouldn't Grandmaster Jay focus on this? Why wouldn't Angry Viking focus on this to protect the citizen? In the lawsuit, Wilson says Hankison has a vendetta against him and calls him a dirty cop. Wilson spent the night in jail, and the lawsuit says incurred costs of drug tests, which yielded negative results. In an attempt to support his claim, he is not involved with narcotics. The criminal case against Wilson remains pending in circuit court. You understand what I'm saying? So we're looking at the integrity of the police. I mean, here we go again. In October 2018, Wilson was arrested again by Hankison outside of another bar after the cop reported a large powder of cocaine that weighed in excess of 5 grams on him. The suit says the video taken from a witness allegedly shows the cop taunting Wilson. The charges was dropped 2 months later, and testing later showed the powder Hankison claimed to have located came back negative for any controlled substance. Hankison denied the accusation, saying his wrongdoing was in response to file a month after Wilson's suit. In his answer to the complaint, Hankison said the body camera video recordings and court recordings should speak to themselves, and he denied all allegations. Why did this guy keep getting these breaks? And then he goes in and shoots somebody. Here we go again. The same month, Wilson filed a suit. He said Louisville Metro Police narcotics officers searched his home and barbershop he owned, which the lawsuit alleged led to destruction of walls, carpet, vents, doors. Only a legally registered handgun, ID, and cell phone was filed. The suit claimed that Hankison played a role in issuing of the warrants. So why would a person like Angry Viking, why would a person like Angry Viking, before saying that he's there to protect the police, why would a person like him not first vet the police? Don't that make sense, to vet the police first? Like, I'm not coming to your defense if I can't vet you. I'm going to vet you first. So what I'm telling you is that all of this Grandmaster Jay stuff, all of this Angry Viking stuff, all of this BLM stuff, some of this stuff becomes a distraction to the real issue. You follow me? Some of this stuff is a distraction. So the point of what I'm making with this is some of these things are distractions to the real issue. And that's what we got to pay attention to. People are eating off this. Grandmaster Jay is about to sell shirts. A partner of his is about to sell. Listen, family. What I mean by this is a distraction. Grandmaster Jay is now selling t-shirts. You follow me? Grandmaster Jay is now, and ain't nothing wrong with that, sell t-shirts. You know what I mean? We sell t-shirts too, but not on the back of somebody deaf. We didn't get popular. Morris Road TV didn't get popular off of somebody's death. You got blood on your hands. If you're going to use somebody deaf to be popular, you tripping. You follow me? You're tripping. So with that being said, Angry Viking, he's used it to become a superhero too. That's why he wouldn't let me interview him, because he wants fame and fortune too. All of these people, you know what I mean? All of these people are using the death of Breonna Taylor for their own selfish purposes and gain. And it's a distraction. Because if they're really concerned, the first thing would be, let me see if the police right before I defend them. I'm not saying I'm defending anybody until I can comfortably say that they are in the right. But if you jump in your car and you leave from Texas to go to Kentucky, say that you are going to defend and protect the police and you are going to protect structures, and you have not examined the very thing that you said you are going to defend, that shows that you have ulterior motives and you have king ambitions. You have king ambitions. This is why suspect behavior like cliche sayings like all eyes on Bree. Nah. All eyes on Bree? Nah. We need all eyes on the police. We need all eyes on the lawyers. We need all eyes on the judges. We don't need all eyes on Bree. That's a cute little saying. But while your eyes is on Bree, let me show you something. While your eyes is on Bree, real quick. While your eyes is on Bree, let me show you something. While your eyes is on Bree, homeboy having the time of his life. While your eyes is on Bree. You see, this way your eyes should be at. This Hankison. You know what I mean? This Hankison. And so while Grandmaster Jay, all eyes on Bree, this way your eyes should be at. This way your eyes should be at. He's on vacation while y'all marching, while y'all protesting. He in Florida. Come on, man. He's in Florida. If you're a militia and you want justice, then he's in Florida, chilling. He's in Florida chilling. Come on, man. And I'm the bad guy. You know what I mean? And you running around talking about all eyes on Bree. This guy's in Florida chilling while you protesting. This picture is recent. This come off Twitter. And it doesn't come off his page. It actually come off one of these ladies' pages. You follow me? But we sitting up there talking about all eyes on Bree. I'm telling you it's a distraction. I'm telling you it's a distraction. Grandmaster Jay is a part of the distraction. These guys, look. Grandmaster Jay, to so-called black people, he becomes the superhero. Angry Viking becomes the villain to so-called black people. But now flip it. Check out the psychology. To so-called white people, Angry Viking becomes the hero and Grandmaster Jay becomes the villain, and both of them ride off to the sunset in the bank. Y'all understand what I just said? You understand what I just said? They burning both end of the candle. And we sitting up there so dumbfounded, so hoping for a savior, so hoping for a hero. You know what I mean? This is the so-called black community, the so-called white community. Both of y'all are gone crazy. Both of y'all are gone crazy. That's why I keep saying it's not a black and white thing. Because the moment that you look at colors, the moment you look at complexions, you get lost. Remove the colors, move the complexion, and look at things for what they really are. You know what I mean? Look at things for what they really are. Remove the skin pigmentation. Remove that and see things for what they are. When I look at this police officer, I'm not seeing skin pigmentation. I'm looking at the content of character. I'm looking at the type of character he has. It doesn't care if he's a European to me. Let me check your character. And if you've done something in the past, only thing I want to know is, did you reconcile it? Because I've done some things in the past, but I have reconciled each and every one of them. I've reconciled each and every one of them that I've done in the past. You know what I'm saying? But now, like again, let me break it down one more time. To so-called white people, Angry Viking is a superhero. I mean, Sassy, you're gonna have to get the book when I sell it. I'm selling my story. My story is a miraculous story. I ain't giving my story away. My story's serious. I'm not giving my story away. Go dig up my past and you tell it. And then I tell it after you. Anyway, I'm a G. No, I'm playing. So, but what I'm saying is, I watch videos where little children were running up to Grandmaster Jay. You follow me? And Grandmaster Jay was, I mean, not running up to Grandmaster Jay. I watched stories where children was running up to Angry Viking, and they was really idolizing him as a hero. You know what I mean? And rightfully so. I think all children should have. I think all children should have someone to look up to and to idolize if they have the integrity. I wouldn't idol nobody, nor I would want my children to idolize me if possible. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't want my children to idolize anybody else for that matter, not no fake superhero, but hey, to each his own. You know what I mean? I think children need to have fun. However, when you look at the story of how this stuff is developing, they are using death to become popular. And that should be a problem. That should be a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody is addressing the real issues. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is addressing the real issues. And the real issue is that people are using this to become popular. People are using this to make a name for themselves. Nobody knew who no Angry Viking was before this. He ain't did nothing significant that we know of. And those who knew Grandmaster Jay, they knew him as a fraud before this. How do we overcome the fraud allegations and even the fraud things that have been proven? It's beyond me. He hasn't reconciled it. He hasn't reconciled any of the lies that he told in the past. It's beyond me. And so they took this death of our sister, of our friend. That's right. And they used it for their own selfish gain. And they will be waiting for the next death. You know what I mean? They will be waiting for the next death to do it again. But it's not, but it's not, it doesn't have to happen if you just wake up and see people for who they are. You have to see people for who they are. These people like Angry Viking, you know what I mean? Is he really concerned? What is his goal? To protect the building? I would love to interview him. That's why he wouldn't let me interview him, because I definitely was going to ask him, brother, you don't think that the most sophisticated military in the world can't protect those buildings? You don't think so? Like, you don't think so? You don't think that the most sophisticated army on the planet Earth you don't think so? Come on, man. Is the feed messing up? Y'all want me? It's looking good on my feed here. It's working fine here, man. You know, some people gonna have to restart your phone or something, you know what I mean? Because I think they be playing games, family. And again, family, if you want to support, like I said, I'm going to be upgrading. I think I'm going to upgrade to this, because when I get finished, I'm going to bring people in, and this is a great platform to do it. We're going to come off, I think in a few weeks, I'm going to go ahead and purchase the paid version so I can do a little more things, so I can bring everybody in here. You know what I'm saying? But whatever the case may be, family, we have to be careful who we allow our children to look up to. And we have to be careful who we look up to. You know what I'm saying? Because these people be hustling. They be hustling, but I ain't finished yet. Here we go. So now we get back to Hankison. He doesn't have the integrity that anybody should be protected, number one. Remember what this is about. We're talking about people using the death of Breonna, and they're not even focusing on Breonna. They going down there for their own selfish gains. The same month, Wilson filed a lawsuit. The suit claims Hankison played a role in the issue of warrants. Okay, we've seen that. Let's go to the next. This is the same officer. Now, what I want you to know about this officer is that this was the officer that they said actually bust the shots. They say all of them bust, but at one time, this was the officer that bust the shots. Hankison along, and it's a reason that I'm telling you that now. Hankison along with colleagues, Sergeant Jonathan Mattingly and Officer Miles Cosgrove are on administrative assignment while internal investigation is under the way. March 13th shooting of Breonna Taylor. See, I'm going to take you back and I'm going to bring you forward. You know what I mean? I'm going to take you back and I'm going to bring you forward. The killing of the 26-year-old Breonna Taylor, who was shot dead in her Kentucky home by police, now being investigated by federal authority. All right? The Louisville Metro Department is conducting internal investigation to see whether the criminal conduct occurred when police was executing the search warrant on May. So I just took you back, right? Now, Hankison, Brett Hankison, I might be butchering it, is accused by the department's intern chief, Robert Schroeder, of blindly firing 10 rounds into Taylor's apartment, creating substantial damage, substantial danger of death and serious injury. This is the same one. This is the same European that was accused of sexual molestation or improprieties to 2 different women. This is the same guy that dropped drugs and planted drugs on the ground. This is the same guy. How can this guy execute a search warrant with a past like that? And how can somebody like Angry Viking say, I'm going there to protect the police, when this police don't even have the integrity to walk in the house, knock on the door, or without knocking? They already said that the bullets left his gun. This is the worst of the 3. I'm getting a little bit worked up. This is the worst of the 3. Even leading up to him doing this, he was accused 2 times of sexual misconduct. One of them leading on rape. One is like rape. One of them is just out of order. And you mean that these people are marching saying all eyes on Bree? Ain't nobody putting emphasis on this. This is where the importance should be. The importance should be is that this guy, ultimately he was fired, but this guy, remember when I said we should be checking the system? Remember I said we should be checking the system? Let me tell you something, fam. I'm the most investigative reporter on YouTube right now. I'm the best that ever did it. You know what I'm saying? Remember I said we should be checking the system? See, an intelligent general first said, where did the system break down? We're going to deal with you, but first let's see where the system broke down. And see, this is what Europeans don't, and to all my European people that's up in here tonight, this is not about you being European, so don't take it that way. But this is what the European power structure do not want people to look into. Because the European power structure, whether it be the fraternal order of the police, whether it be the police department, they allowed this guy to slip through to even have the ability to shoot 10 times in this house with a no-knock warrant. That's the issue. That's the issue. That's the issue. That's the issue that ain't nobody talking about. Why they marching with guns? You know what I mean? While they're marching with guns, all eyes on Bree. This Hankison is in Florida chilling. He's on vacation. While they posing, you know what I mean, as if they doing a great thing with guns, Come on, man. Why they doing all that? It's a distraction. Can y'all see the distraction? Can y'all see the distraction? Now, I don't care how you slice this pie. The first thing is, we should check the integrity of those who went up in there. Let's make sure they clean. Now, just listen. It would make a better conversation if I went and looked at everything on the jacket of these police officers and they were squeaky clean. It would make for a better conversation for the city of Louisville. It will make for a better conversation for Angry Viking. But when you look and you see the spotty pass, it makes for a bad conversation. So now the distraction happens. You got one screaming with guns. You got another screaming, I'm not going to let you harm buildings. They're going to protect buildings now. They're going to bodyguard the buildings from looters. They're going to bodyguard the buildings. They're really going to bodyguard the buildings with the most sophisticated military on the planet Earth. Family, do that make any sense to you? That a militia got to protect buildings? That a militia got to protect police? Am I the only one that know the United States got the most sophisticated? Press one that you know that the United States of America got the most sophisticated military on the planet Earth. Can you, if you say no, press two and just tell me who does. Press one if you know that they got the most sophisticated military on the planet Earth. Press two if you say no. And just tell me who does. You know what I mean? Because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous that we would look at Angry Viking like he's some savior to protect buildings and protect police with the most sophisticated military on the face of the earth. Then we got this Kash Kelly guy up there. Yeah, master. You know, if you just keep the brains in your head. Yes, master. Like, come on, man. This stuff is so goofy, man. This stuff is so goofy. And we miss all of the signs. Yes, Grandmaster Jay is an agent and a distraction. Yes, Angry Viking is a distraction. I don't know if he's an agent, but it's all a distraction. People want to go on these ventures. You know what I'm saying? They want to feel like they superheroes. They want to feel like they on the adventure, like they're going to save the world. Like, come on. Like, you going for your own selfish gain. In fact, many people want to express their racist views through this confrontation and this conflict. Yeah. One thing about racist people in this day and time, they have learned how to cloak their racism and activism. You understand what I'm saying? See, a lot of people of African descent, they think racism is consistent with somebody calling you an N-word. They think racism is consistent with you being denied an apartment or a house. But yeah, that's racism. But the different racism that we are into right now is intellectual racism. Whereas though they got code words, they got trigger words, and they got communication of intelligent levels that you don't know what's being said. But if you pay close attention, it's like, that's what it is. There it is. There it is. You know what I mean? And you have to pay attention to this. Sometimes it's that goofy laugh. Sometimes it's that goofy laugh. If you go watch what's the guy named Kash Kelly sitting on there buck dancing, and you'll see them Europeans like this. They bounce when they laugh. Yeah. When they do that bounce laugh, yeah, you better watch out. That's like, right on, my N-word. Right on, Sambo. You know what I mean? When they do that bounce laugh, that bounce laugh, I watched that demonstrate. I like, look at this. When they do that bounce laugh, it's a wrap. That's that thumbs up, Sambo. That's that thumbs up, Sambo. Kash Kelly was getting that joint the other day. He was getting it. I was like, man, look at this madness. Look at this madness. And then you had a brother named Kash on there. He was trying to fight back. And I'm like, brother, just exit, bro. I wanted to say to myself, brother, just exit. I ain't even go in the chat because, Morse World TV is going to stir up some stuff. You know what I mean? I just wanted to be like, just exit, bro. Just exit, bro. There's a brother named Kash. I like to find out who he is. Anybody know him? Man, point him to here because I want to hear his spill because he was giving out some good facts. But that old Kash Kelly, man, he was up there on the porch, buck dancing, boot licking. Oh, he was shucking and driving away. And man, the host, and man, he was up there, Angry Viking, he was looking serious. That's what I like about him. He looks serious. He keep his poker face. I mean, he keep his poker face. You know what I mean? But the other one, good goodness and grace, he was hitting you with that laugh. Man, these people crazy. They try to think we crazy. We ain't crazy. We see you. We see you. But anyway, with that being said, family, so that was Hankison. Hankison he's not even worthy to be even considered for protection as it relates to Louisiana. I mean, I said Louisiana, Lexington, Kentucky. You know what I mean? If you're going down there to Lexington, you should have been going down there to find out, is this a reasonable expedition? I mean, is this a reasonable expedition? And to the Angry Viking, man, I think me and Angry Viking got a lot of views alike for real. You know what I mean? Like, I believe that Angry Viking is really about race preservation. I do. Is he a racist? I don't know. But I think he's about white is right and white is first. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think he's about race preservation without a doubt or contradiction. And guess what? I don't have no problem with about that. You know what I mean? Now, remember what I said at the beginning of the show. To be a patriot, he was in Lexington. To be a patriot, first and foremost, you protect the citizens domestically. Don't let nobody lie to you. The only time that a patriot protects the flag, it's usually against foreign invasion. That's what a patriot is really about. You know what I'm saying? But the first thing a patriot does is make sure that the citizens are afforded with the system that they pay into promises them. That's a true patriot. I don't care if you're so-called black or you're so-called white. I don't care. A true patriot makes sure that they enforce the Constitution, and it doesn't matter what side that it falls on. Y'all understand what I'm saying? That's what a true patriot does. You can't get away from that. You know what I'm saying? Like remove the skin complexion. See, but people are using the term patriot to further their racist views. You know what I'm saying? Just like Kash Kelly. Kash Kelly ain't nothing but a black racist. He's a dead racist. You know what I'm saying? He's going to say everything to agree with the European persuasion of race issues instead of looking at facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to look at facts. You know what I mean? Grandmaster Jay, he's an agent. Angry Viking, he's an opportunist. Kash Kelly, he's a black racist trying to impress Europeans. I'm going to look at the facts. You know what I mean? I'm going to just look at the facts. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's so I'm a little bit different. If the facts say one thing, I'm going to say what the facts say. I'm going to say that one thing. I ain't going to say another thing. I mean, I'm going to say what the facts is. You know what I'm saying? But these people are opportunists, and they opportunists from a death. This is the sad part. They get the opportunity from a death. Let me see. I took some notes here. Now, 1 second. Let's write my notes. Because I didn't want to lose a couple thoughts. I wanted to make sure that I wanted to make sure that I get these a couple thoughts. You follow what I'm saying? Now, I want to say this real quick, family. When I said that it's not a black or white thing, I want you to understand what I mean. I mean that we need to begin to look at these conversations beyond race. We need to look at these conversations that we think is about race. We need to start looking at them from the perspective of intent. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is Angry Viking intention to get into this conversation? To jump up, leave his family, grab his good old boys, and go on down to Louisville. What's the intent? What's the intent of Grandmaster Jay to come out his little hole in Cincinnati and talk about everybody get a gun and let's go up there and justice for Breonna? And you just hooping and hollering, waiting for the camera to show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Come on now. What's the intent? And when you look and pull back the layers and you look at the intent, most of these people are for selfish, motivated. They motivated for selfish gain. They motivated for selfish gain. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy that we, as American people, fall for this okie doke. And this is for the so-called Europeans, so-called white people, so-called black people. This goes for everybody. If you are an American citizen, you shouldn't be falling for the okie doke any way, shape, or form. Many Europeans that's in this chat right now and that will watch it later know without a doubt of contradiction that a lot of Europeans will use the American flag to cover and cloak their racist views. And it's no different than Grandmaster Jay. Grandmaster Jay ain't no racist. Don't let him fool you. He's not no racist, without a doubt or contradiction. But what he would like to do is stir up racist conflict with those who have racist or prejudiced views. That's what he want to do. I mean, he want to stir up the brother who has been brutalized by a so-called European police. He want to stir up the brother. He want to stir up the sister. And he sit back and watch it. That's what he want to do. I mean, that's what he want to do. And we need to watch that. I don't care where you're from. I don't care if you're from Kentucky in the woods or you from Kentucky, Lexington in the hood. We should all be aware that both sides are playing the regular people to the middle. And the regular people don't come with a complexion. So we know that this guy, let me get to my demonstration real quick. So we know that hold on 1 second. Where was I at? Oh, let's get back here real quick. Check this out. Let me see something real quick. So look, I think this lady right here, I think her name is Marg. No, her name is okay, here you go. So this lady right here, she was so messed up. She actually took it to Facebook. You feel what I'm saying? She did this in 2018, I think. I think she did this in 2018. This is for Officer Brett Hankison, you big fat nasty race. You know what I mean? She did, and nobody took this serious. He got a gun in his hand. This is the one that he raped or sexually assaulted. You know what I'm saying? And this is angry Vikings say he's there to defend cops. Bro, you can defend cops, but this was the wrong case to pick up. This just the wrong one to pick up. Oh, you can't blame all cops. Listen, this was the wrong one to pick up. And nobody needs you to defend cops. Nor do anybody need you to defend any buildings. Now see this. Unbelievable that this guy would even be in the police department. Unbelievable. You follow me? But hey, he was, and he shot 10 shots into Breonna Taylor. And now he's at Florida on vacation. Check this out. Hankison responded to a reprimand saying he never received any training from LMPD on arrest of carrying concealed deadly weapons. When he was pulled up by the police, right? When he was pulled up by the police, he said, listen, I don't know what you talk about. I ain't received no training. What's up, Spanani Warrior? I ain't received no training. I don't know what you're talking about. The officer also claimed he did contact his supervisor during 2009 incident and photographs were taken. He also said he did not contact EMS because he did not believe the person was in physical danger. Hold up. I didn't give y'all the first part. Let me give y'all the first part real quick. I mean, let me find the first part. Is this right? Oh, yeah. I wanted to point out some of these dates. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at some of these dates. In 2005, LMPD said Hankison violated procedure when he improperly charged someone carrying a concealed weapon for having a shotgun in the trunk of his car. So he charges somebody improperly. Like this guy got a very spotty pass. And then he goes into Breonna house and shoots 10 times. His gun is the one that went cowboy. Y'all understand this? During the August 2009 incidents, LMPD said Hankison did not notify his immediate supervisors about specific charges on someone, so he appropriate photos could be so the appropriate photos could be taken. LMPD said he violated procedure for extracting evidence from a suspect mouth when he failed to call EMS. Like this guy passes spotty as ever. And medical attention for redacted after believing he had swallowed cocaine per his personal file. So they have a procedure for this. This guy is breaking all type of procedure. How do we get to shoot in Breonna Taylor house 10 times? Hankison also was accused of physical force in the 2009 incident, but the investigation said the claim was unfounded. Additionally, Hankison was accused of violating procedure for obedience to the rules and regulations during the incident of June 18, 2009. The investigation said the claims were also unfounded. You see this? You see this? How do we get away with all this? Come on now. How does this work? How did this work that this guy get to run up in the house and shoot 10 times? How does this work? This is what we should be addressing. It's the system that creates this monster. It's the system that creates this monster. The system allowed him to slip through. The good old boy committee allowed him to slip through. You can't keep saying all eyes on Bree when the system allowed this monster to slip through. How you gonna say all eyes on Bree, no justice, no peace, but you ain't addressing the system that created and allowed this monster to slip through? We can talk about the police, of course, but what about the system that allows this to happen? We looking at this guy background. The system has broken down many, many times dealing with this guy. I mean, the system broke down many times with this guy. Come on, man. And we're going to look at race? Nah. We got to get away from that. We got to start looking at the conduct of character. Again, it doesn't matter what you did yesterday if you have reconciled it. Have you reconciled it? That's what's important. Have you reconciled it? You know what I mean? Have you reconciled it? Now, and moving forward, right? Watch this. And moving forward, hold on one second. Let me get out of here real quick and just take you back. And moving forward, when we look at the other police, I think his name is, let's look at him real quick. These guys don't have as bad of a record, but they still have a record. And we should be taking all this into consideration. I mean, before we start talking about we're going to defend and protect the police, Costco file shows he joined the department in 2005. And in 2006 was suspended for his role in a police-involved shooting. Sadly, was sentenced to charges without serving jail time. The lawsuit was dismissed by a judge, and Costco returned from paid administration leave the following year. So he'd been in a shooting before? I think that if there is going to be a police involved in a shooting that was suspicious, or even circumstances that didn't seem right, he should not. I mean, he should be on he should be on desk. He should be on boardwalk patrol at 3 a.m. or something. You know what I mean? This is crazy. Costco received written reprimands in 2008 and 2010 and was suspended again in 2016 for skipping a court hearing. He don't even care about authority. The court is supposed to back him. He said, man, heck with court. He said, the heck with court. How can this person have integrity in the city with your paid money, your taxpayer dollars, defend this guy? So this is what I'm saying. The distraction with Angry Viking, the distraction with BLM, the distraction, and I ain't gonna talk about BLM because I haven't looked into them critically on what they brought to the table. So I can't get on them yet. But I do know the distraction that Angry Viking and the distraction that Grandmaster Jay brought to this conversation. Many people never even know this stuff. Ozone can say he got to re-up. Many people don't even know this stuff. Some people in here say, well, I knew that. Nah. So if you knew it, guess what? We should be sharing it, making sure everybody else know it. We should make sure that everybody know that these monsters have no integrity, and there is nobody in the community, whether they are so-called black, so-called white, should be backing this because they have no integrity. They have no integrity. They don't have enough integrity to be defended by the community. We are all tax-paying citizens, I thought. We are all tax-paying citizens. Don't we all pay the same tax to the same government? Huh? Don't we all pay the same taxes to the same government? Don't our tax money pay these people? So why should another citizen support these corrupt people right here? Before we even get to Breonna, we got to deal with those who executed this search warrant, who signed the search warrant. But this fake general talk about, all eyes on Bree. NFAC, we're going to stand here. Man, you ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing. Because here's the bigger problem. The system that created this here. The system that created this here. This is the problem. And it's not about the face on this guy. It's the character that came with this guy. And somebody said, what have I done? You ain't watched this stream? You don't see this stream what I'm doing? King Maul, you don't see what I'm doing? So what have I done? I'm doing something now. Information is power. So at the end of the day, family, that's what we have to pay attention to. Family, I'm telling you, family, listen, I'm going to ask everybody in here. Family, can we make a deal? Before we start looking at so-called black and so-called white, can every 270 people in here press 1 and say we're going to look at the content of the character of the person that's committed the offense first? And I'm talking about from an authority level. We can't look at the victim. You know what I mean? We can't look at the victim. Where my son, he chilling tonight, it's late. We can't look at the victim. We got to look at the person who came at the victim. We got to look at the people we pay. We don't pay Breonna Taylor. We pay police to do a job. We should be vetting the police first, not from a racial perspective. Thank you, family, for them ones. We should be vetting the police first. Whenever a tragedy like this happens, make sure the police is clean. Make sure the judge is clean. Make sure that the people are clean first. And then we can go to the next level. Because we are taxpayers. Our money goes to hire these people. That's your money. That's your money that hired a killer. That's your money. I can't say it enough. That's your money that hired this guy to be able to go and rape, to be able to go and pillage, to be able to go and murder. That's your money. Never forget that. Don't think because you got a check and it says FICA and it says Social Security in it, and you go and get some candy, or you go and get some beer, or you go and get some pamper, and you go and get some blunt. That tax come out there is going somewhere. It's your money, and it's up to you to hold them accountable. You don't hold Bree accountable. You hold them accountable first, and then you check on and say, well, now was she all right? Because she's the citizen. Her tax dollar pay for them too. She's the citizen. So whenever there's a shooting from a police, you never look at the victim. You do look at the victim, just not yet. The first you got to say, hold up. I don't care what complexion they are. Hold up. Is this person right? Does this person have a vendetta? Hold up. That's the first thing that you look at. You don't look at the victim on the ground and say, what did you do? Like I heard Kash Kelly say that. If you don't want to get your brains blown out your head, what you need to do is comply. If they ask for your ID, you comply and you can have your brains in your head. I'm like, you vicious savage. Who talks like that? Your mama taught you to talk like that? Vicious savage. The first thing that you do is examine to make sure that the police didn't have a vendetta. You make sure that the police wasn't trying to settle up a score. Because the police work for the citizen. Even the one murdered on the ground is the citizen. The police work for the citizen. It's not the other way around. Stop acting as if that the citizen need to be subordinate to the police. We have to change that dynamic. The police and the citizen should be friends. But the police and the citizens can never be friends if the police ain't right. The police and the citizen is supposed to have a give and take relationship. If the police and the citizens can have a give and take relationship, if the citizen go wrong, the citizen just say, you got me. You got me. Like back in the day with neighborhood cops. When you look at them old black and white movies with neighborhood cops and they catch old Bunky drunk on a curb. Oh, Bunky, go home. Then they catch him again. Bunky, why you here drinking? We're going to put you in the cell tonight, Bunky. Then they let Bunky go in the cell and drink it off. Then when Bunky go in the cell, drink it off, they go and get old Bunky. Next morning, are you all right, Bunky? Bunky say, yeah. Bunky go on home. Nobody was harmed. The police wasn't harmed. Bunky wasn't harmed. Why? Because Bunky and the police had a relationship. They had a respectable relationship. The police had integrity. Oh, Bunky, he was just a drunkie. But they loved the community. That's when you had the old beat cops. You see that stuff. You don't see that no more. We can't defund the police. No, that's stupid, that's silly, and it doesn't make sense. However, sensitivity training. Why is it that that Europeans can run up in a church and kill a whole church, if you will, but at the end of the day, they get handcuffs? How is it that you can have you can have the guy run up in the movie theater and slay the whole movie theater and walk out there with handcuffs? How is it? Because the police are sensitive to those that look like them. That's just the fact of the matter. And we as a group of people, I'm talking about so-called black people, descendants of the Aborigines of Africa, we got to stop playing too. You know what I mean? We got to stop putting out these images that it's okay to treat us like savages. You know what I mean? Cardi B with WAP. Cardi B with WAP. Wet AP. Why should somebody, what dignified person gonna respect a woman talking about she got the wet AP? Megan Thee Stallion. What dignified people is gonna respect the people like that? What dignified people? What upstanding people is going to respect a grown man wearing a dress with makeup on, talk with nails on, and talk about, well, it's the culture. Well, yeah, it is the culture, but at the end of the day, people going to treat you like you act. People going to treat you like you present yourself. So if you want to present yourself like a weirdo, they're going to treat you like a weirdo. If you want to present yourself like a gangster, because that's what the media present our people as, the media, as well as us, we present ourselves as gangsters, we present ourselves as pimps, we present ourselves, and we allow ourselves to be presented like that. We allow ourselves. And most rappers, they're not even worrying about selling it to you. You know, most consumers of this rap music is Europeans because they look at it like a movie. They enjoying it like the Terminator. You know what I mean? But my point is that we need to stop playing as a group of people. You know what I mean? We need to start calling these radio stations by 1,000 and be like, man, we ain't trying to hear that no more while I'm taking my child to school. Like, we can't look at the TV One owner and talk about Radio One, the owner, Kathleen Hughes, where she talking about Black History Month and she talking about something proud of being black. But then the next song after she give the commentary about greatness of quote unquote black people, the next commentary After that commentary, you got WAP, Wet AP, coming on the radio while you taking your child to school. You know what I mean? We got to be accountable too. You know what I'm saying? That's why people treat you like they do. This is why the police look at you and roll up on you with an itchy trigger finger. He rolled up on you with an itchy trigger finger because he's seen them videos too. He's seen them videos too. He's seen them. Is he one of them? Is he one of them? We got to wake up, family. Let me wrap this up. I got another thing I want to share with you. Let me wrap this up, though. So, at the end of the day, family, that's right. I got to do it to you, buddy. Let me get him up out of here. I got to do it to you. Listen to me. This guy here, they say that he's pro-police. I actually like this guy. The reason why I like Angry Viking, even though I think, it's more to him than meets the eye, but I think he's what they would call pro-white. I think he is. I don't think he care about no buildings, nor do I think he care about protecting police with the most sophisticated army on the face of the earth. Angry Viking want to engage. You follow me? Angry Viking want to engage. And it's okay if he want to engage. Just don't say that you're protecting buildings or you're protecting police with the most sophisticated army on the face of earth. You're not making sense. Now you disrespecting my intelligence. You follow me? You're disrespecting my intelligence. You can't protect the building. You want to engage. Let me see what else we got here. Bree. R.I.P. Breonna Taylor. You know what I mean? He want to engage, that's all. They cooning. So here go Madley. The last one. Sergeant John Madley was one of the 3 officers involved in the shootout that killed Breonna Taylor at home. March 13, Madley joined the force in 2000. He received a written reprimand in 2018 for failing to file an incident report of a previous year. He also received 16 letters of appreciation. Now, this guy, I can say, I think he is the most honorable. You follow me? But he got some marks too. But you in the police force, we can't expect everybody to have a perfect tenure in the police force. But if anything, before we start talking, somebody say you want to engage, man, come on, man. Somebody he want to engage. He want to engage some conflict with Grandmaster Jay or any so-called black people that they will call people that's going to tear up the city or tear up businesses. When he said that old thing that people should be able to have their own businesses, what he's talking about is black people that's going to go out there rioting. What we're going to do is we are going to deal with you. You follow me? That's what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? But little do he know in Louisville, Kentucky, that you ain't got to worry about Grandmaster Jay. There's some real, no, somebody say, how is who honorable? There is some real, Nacho, I just sent you a link, Nacho. We can go for a little bit because I'm wrapping it up because the point that I wanted to make is made, but I would love for you to come on for about 5 minutes and then we can actually do a panel later. So I did send you a link. Check the email. No, what I mean that hold on, I want you to explain to what I'm saying. When I'm saying honorable, I think he's honorable to his cause. I think he's honorable to his cause. If I said that, what's his name? You know his name. I think he's honorable to his cause. You know what I'm saying? I do. And I ain't got no problem with that. See, the difference between me and other people, I think it's okay if you want to be a racist. Oh, I say no. I say, oh, my fault, Jay. Jamal Fowler. I say, out of all of them, he would be the most honorable. I don't mean that he's honorable. If I said honorable, no, take that back. I say he would be the most honorable if there was such a thing. My fault, Jamal. My bad. Nah. But my thing is, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with, if I said he is honorable, nah. I say he got some spots too. What I mean to say, if we're gonna, he would, out of all of them, he would be the most honorable. But nah, none of them are honorable because all of them got spotty past, and all of them should be looked through with a fine-tooth comb. Now, the whole thing at the end of the day, right, is I sent you a link, Nacho. Oh, Nacho, you say you wanted to come on. Anybody else want to come on and say something? Yeah, I put the link here. I was just trying to get you on first. At the end of the day, all of us got to take responsibility. Can a brother be a racist or have no type of power and authority? Listen, I don't go with that. I would argue that yes, a brother can be a racist. I would argue that. Now, I never read in the racist dictionary that you had to have power to be a racist. I never read that. Let's look it up. Should I look it up? Like racist. Let's just look it up. I think that's an old wives' tale or cliche-ish. You know what I mean? I think let's look up what racist is. You know what I'm saying? Let's just see what it say. Racist. See what the dictionary say. All of us speak English. Let's see what the dictionary say, because I don't really go with this made up cliche stuff. You know what I mean? Like, people be making up stuff to make it sound good, but in reality, you know what I mean? Like, let's see what the dictionary say. Can we go by what the dictionary say? You know what I'm saying? And we can make a determination from that. We can't make up stuff because we don't want to. People might get mad at me now, but hey, I just got to keep it factual. I got to keep it factual. Let's see what the dictionary. Many people say you can't be racist if you don't have power. But let's see what the dictionary say. According to the dictionary, what's the truth? You know what I'm saying? According to the dictionary says this: racist, a person who believes in racism, the doctrine that one's own racial group is superior that to a particular racial group that is inferior. So according to dictionary definition, yes, we can be racist. According to dictionary definition, not the Urban Dictionary. You understand what I'm saying? Like, come on, let's keep it a buck. According to dictionary definition, let's look at, let me screen share for you real quick. According to dictionary definition, right? Racist, a person who believes in racism. You follow me? The doctrine that one's own racial group is superior of a particular racial group and inferior to others. According to the dictionary, we can be racist. I don't like, listen, one thing I learned in the Moorish Science Temple of America, right? One time I learned in the Moorish Science Temple of America, man, we just got to be real with everything. We can't be front. Be real. One thing I learned in the Moorish Science Temple. Oh, turn your volume down, Nacho. We got Nacho in the building. let me just finish my statement real quick, though. One thing that I learned as being a member of the More Science Temple of America, the truth is not mine. The truth is just the truth. And according to dictionary, the dictionary says that what a racist is what a racist is. And if that's the dictionary meaning, or we're going to make up a new meaning, then I understand. But according to Webster Dictionary, that the whole United States in the English language goes by, yeah, we can. I I hate to be the bearer of bad news. With that being said, we got Nacho in the building. What up, brother?
Hey, what's up?
Nacho, you got that thing up there. I'm calling you brother. They about to run me out here, brother. Where you, European? Brother, who I'm talking to? I'll just laugh. So what's up?
Actually, I'm actually white and Native American, so I guess I'm a POC in the eyes of the left.
Well, it's all right. It's all right, man. We need. I guess, as you know, right now, man, I like to have real conversations, and if somebody can prove me wrong on anything that I say, I will even take videos down. I will even I take back what I said. You know what I'm saying? I just want truth without the color code. You feel me?
Oh yeah, I'm the same way. I'd rather be corrected than continue down the wrong path, thinking you're correct when you have the wrong information. That's how I take it.
Exactly. So what do you have? So what do you have to add to the conversation? I received your email. You want to be on the panel, and we're going to do that panel real soon. But you said that you got some real good information.
Yeah. So I live in Louisville, Kentucky, in the area of Breonna Taylor, not too far from where all that happened. And you could say I talked to a detective that's working the case. Uh, it's not been released publicly. I guess you could say it's leaked. I was told that she had gun residue on her hands, and she also had drugs in her system. But let me back up a second. She was an EMT, and she lost that job. She lost that job because she failed the drug test.
Okay. Let me say this. Just like I show receipts, are you able to screen share some of that for us?
No, it's
That's
not
not
made
good.
public. It's coming directly.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, Nacho. That's not good. Because Nacho, let me tell you
No, I
something.
got you.
Because when we put energy out there and we can't confirm it, what we do is we put ideas into the atmosphere that have yet to be manifested or could be proven. You understand what I'm saying? That's never good.
Yeah.
You need to go off.
No, I get that. And
Straight facts, no speculation, straight facts. The only thing I do give commentary from the facts. You follow me?
yeah, no, I get you 100%. But some of the information
I got to let him go. Nacho, you can't be on the show with that. You can't be on the show. I'm biased about that. Yeah, I mean, I'm biased about that, and I can already tell that that you appear to have an ulterior motive. If you're going to say something on Moorish World TV, come with facts before you say it. You got to come with facts. Come with a screen share before you say it. No offense, but I need you to come with screen share before you say it. Don't come on here if you can't screen share like I do. We're not going to do that. We're not going to have a propaganda show. This is not propaganda. Anybody that watch Moorish World TV, they know that everything that I bring, I screen share. You know what I mean? Everything, you have to bring screen share. You're not going to come up here and be a talking head on Moorish World TV. Never. Not on this show. You can go somewhere else with it. You know what I mean? But even if it's facts, bring something to back up your facts. You know what I mean? Exactly. So he said, I can't screen share a conversation. Nacho, that's why you shouldn't have the conversation in public until you can back up what you're saying. That's not going to happen on Moorish World TV. I have never said nothing about Grandmaster Jay that I didn't bring a screen share with. Never. And I'm not going to allow anybody else to come on Morse World TV. I'm not going to allow anybody else to come on Morse World TV that don't have a screen share. I'm not going to do it. I don't care how nice you are. I don't care how good you are. I don't care who you are. You could be pale as a European, or you can be as dark as the original man. But you're not coming on here. You can add some commentary, but not a private conversation accusing a murder victim. Nah, man. Got my brother Sonny Boxing in the building.
Islam, bro, Sheik.
Sonny Boxing, Islam, man. Man, that just messed me up because I wanted to do a panel with somebody like Nacho, but when somebody comes into a live stream and said I had a private conversation with police and this is what was said and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, like I really can't appreciate that because I do a lot of work on uncovering information to show people what I'm talking about. You follow what I'm saying? I do a lot of work. I mean, I really put in work to show people exactly what I'm talking about. So if I put in the work, you know what I mean? If I put in the work to show my audience, to show my brothers and my sisters and my friends, you know, what I'm talking about, it's only right that everybody else do it if you come here. You can have some commentary, but we're not going to have the commentary when the victim, you know what I mean? Nah, we're not doing that here. You know what I mean? And when we see it, we'll deal with it if that's the case. But until then, nah, not the victim. Did the police have any residue on his hand? Did the police have any drugs in his system? Have you looked into that? Huh? Man, what happened? What happened to my main man? Peace and love, family. Are you there?
Peace and love, brother.
How you doing, brother? How you doing? How you enjoy the presentation this evening?
You're always on point, brother. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to, yeah, I'm here. Look, you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here, but you need to cut your volume down because you heard me twice.
That's what I'm doing. It's down. It's down. I'm watching you now. Look, hey, but you know what? Islam. First, I want to rise, giving all perfect praise to Allah and giving honor to you, Mo, and all who honors do.
Yes,
Mo.
indeed. Yes, indeed.
You know what, Mo? I just wanted to say, I know, this is an exciting topic. That's why you're excited. It's an exciting topic.
Right.
But you know what, Mo? I really don't know why you like angry biking all that much. But I think what you're trying to say is you believe he has race pride.
Absolutely.
The prophet said we have race pride. And, Mo, racism is basically the opposite of Islamism.
Absolutely.
Mo, so I just wanted to set that straight, Mo. I'm not going to say what we do. I'm going to say what I have learned as a moral.
Right.
I don't need racism, but I have race pride. And racism is basically the opposite of Islamism. So that's all I'm going to say, Mo. I'm going to let somebody else.
Absolutely. But let me say this to you. Let me say this to you, Mo. One thing what I have grown to the level that I can respect someone who is a racist. And this is why. Because everyone has a free will. And if your free will has been so stuck in time that you haven't been able to evolve and to understand in nature that all of us plays a part in nature, then I'm going to just watch you be a degenerate. You know what I'm saying? And that's from the European that want to use these racist views to try to make him build his ego. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have no problem with Trump. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with angry Viking if he has race pride or if he is a racist. In fact, it ain't even really none of my business. You know my business is? My business is my people to making sure that they have race pride and not sponsor racism.
Islam, and more. You're absolutely right. But look, are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
All I'm saying is that from what I understand and where we should be at is, I'm not talking about nobody else.
Right.
That we have race pride, and we are, and our thing is not racism. Our ism is Islamism.
Islam. And actually, I'm gonna be having some new shirts made up. It's actually the shirts are called "Race Pride is not racism." It is what it is. With that being said, Justice Bay, you back in the building, brother?
Islam, can you hear me?
Yeah. What's happening, brother?
Islam, I was trying to. Yeah, I got cut off, but I want to get honest to the great God of law, and honest to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Honest to you for everything that you've done and everything that you've been doing. I just wanted to say to the people who are listening, when you get a chance, check out the brother's videos about the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, because he had the perfect plan for our people. The perfect plan for our people. Like everything that we're going through right now, as far as everything that we're going through, whether it be reparations or anything like that, I think Noble Drew Ali's plan that he had for our people broke down everything. You broke it down in a lot of videos that you've made. So I would implore a lot of the new people who come through that you don't know a lot about Moorish Science Temple of America. Like a lot of people talk about Prophet Noble Drew Ali, he was a Mason, this, that, and the third. We've already debunked a lot of this.
Exactly.
A lot of this stuff has already been debunked. So the questions that you guys are asking, what you're really doing is you're interrupting the show, because the brother has something other than that he's trying to convey, but he's already spoken on it. Like a lot of this stuff has already been debunked. So in the course of your day, just take some time to go back into the Rolodex of World Moorish TV and watch some of the videos.
Hey, brother Justice Bay, let me tell you something. I challenge anybody. I'll make a day of it to debate me on that Moors enslaved Africans, that Moors, whatever they want to, I don't matter, whatever they accuse Moors of, I would allow a day to take all questions, and I will screen share my research. I didn't touch every subject. I got folders on everything. Moor don't mean black. It don't. There's nothing you can do about it. No, it don't. And the thing is, Justice Bay, most of our brothers and sisters that try to come at the Moors, one of the main issues is this: they are regurgitating the European rendition of history. But do they know that now we know how to do research? That we can research the researcher? Like we can research Plato? Like we can research Socrates? We can research the first person that landed in the shores of Africa. We can look at his diary. We can look at all his writings. Like we can research the researcher. And we got common sense. You see what I'm saying? So today, like at one time, you could say these things and we would have to go to a library and start to thumb through a bunch of books. But I thumbed through the books through the years. I know the questions to ask. And now with the internet, I can bring up exactly what I researched 5 years ago and bust the brains out of falsehood.
And that's facts. And I've seen you do it. I've watched you pretty much since day one, more. Pretty much since day one, right when you came out with Sinetta, when Sinetta was trying to do his thing, attacking the Moors.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to let the people know that the questions that you're asking, you're being impatient because the Moors trying to bring out something that's prevalent to our people now, but you're asking questions attacking them more, all you got to do
Send me an
is
email.
send them an email and look at some of the old videos. If you got time, just look at some of the old videos that he's made. Yes, sir. And that's all I had to say.
You know what? You know what, Brother Justice Bay? What
Yes,
I
sir.
want people to do is I want them to send me an email to debate me on this stuff so I can make examples out of them. And so other people know that I'm going to send you to your room if you come downstairs with that nonsense. I'm put you in timeout.
But you know why they don't want to debate you? It's because most of these people have been parakeeting. And they don't have their knowledge within themselves to try to debate you, so they know they're gonna look stupid anyway. But for those who believe that Tahaka Bay is on some other stuff, come debate the brother.
Come debate me. Look,
Debate him.
Hey, just they don't go nowhere before we close out. I was on IG today, right? And a brother come on my feed, and you know how they do, the Moors enslaved Africans. And I said to him, I said, brother, if you say the Moors enslaved Africans, right? Or Moors helped enslave Africans, I say, what do you follow? He say, I follow the Kemetic thought, if you will. I forget the exact words he said. He probably watching right now. He followed the Kemetic thought. And I said to the brother, I say, brother, do you know that the Kemetic community, the Egyptian community, was turned over to Greeks? The whole country? The Ptolemy do you know that? Do you know that the Kemetic priests ultimately taught Socrates, taught Plato, coming from their mouth, that they said they learned from Egyptian priests? I said, you can't show me one European that says he was taught by Moors, even though Moors was the last civilizers of this era of time. But you can't show me one person specifically. You can show me the Moor on the boat with Christopher Columbus, but you cannot say that any European said, "Yep, Moors taught me." Because the difference is that we actually civilize. We raise people up from a dead state to consciousness, not to dominate them, but to put us all on equal footing. So one won't try to take advantage of the other. That was the purpose. The purpose of running into Spain initially was not about dominating something. Because you still had Christians in Spain under the Moors. You still had pagan religions in Spain under the Moors. There was equality in Spain. But in fact, the conquering of Spain was that the European peninsula was getting out of hand, and it could have overflowed into the African continent. And so in order to not build a wall like Donald Trump said, in order to build a wall of civilization, the Moors went in and civilized. But then the Arab came in. And now we see the shift happen with the second influx of the Arab. But the point that I'm making is anybody that want to challenge the information, Justice Bay, I am here for the conversation. You follow me?
Islam, man.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, bro. I'm looking I done messed up something. So anyway, family, peace and love. I appreciate y'all. Again, anybody, that's right, Jeff Stevens, for hundreds of years, more is what it exactly. Exactly. And humbly melanated. This is not about religion. It's about history. I'm only talking history. This is also why I don't accept religion. It's all about all these religions. It ain't about religion. It's about history. I'm talking history. All these religions tell the same story with their own twist to it. But you want to debate me on it? I'm giving you real history. It's real history, provable, documented, real history. Even someone has drugs in their system doesn't mean you right about that. I mean, for hundreds of years, more is what it, you know what I mean? Family, you can always hit the cash out. That's some little commentary at the end of the show. But but in reality, family, the show is really about, before we start to police the victim, you know what I mean? We've always had sellouts and agents, but the Most High put this curse in us for being disobedient. You are 100% about that Tony Johnson's 03224 BJ 19 That's right. That's right. Moors are the original inhabitants. But the thing is, that's just history, family. I'm you know, we won't get all religious on you, but that's just history, you know, and the history of the Moors is connected to us here. That's all. That's all. It's just history. I mean, one thing about me, I don't proselytize or try to force nobody to be what I am. You know what I asked you to do? You know what I asked you to do? I asked you to do, what I asked you is what Moorish Science did for me in the name of Moorish Science. Just be the best person you can be. Be the best human being you can be. Any wrong that you did in the past, reconcile it and move on. You know what I mean? Be the best person you can be. That ain't dogmatic. Being the best you is not dogmatic. Just be the best you can be. And everything else gonna fall in place. You're gonna attract people to you. You're gonna be around people that's being the best that they can be. It's all you have to do. You know what I'm saying? Somebody say, how long have you been a Moor? I proclaimed my nationality back in 1990. You know what I mean? Back in 1990. Yep. Back in 1990. And I mean, I have a lot of ups and downs, you know. I had a lot of, this has been a nice journey, you know what I'm saying? It's been a nice journey, and I've never forced my belief on anybody. I just say be the best you can be, you know what I mean? Treat people like you want to be treated. It doesn't matter. Sometimes it doesn't even matter how people want to treat you. You know, your intent of your heart. You know what I mean? The intent of your heart is what's important. You know what I mean? Your intention should be good at all times. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you be a pushover though. So I want to thank y'all and let you know that I appreciate y'all. We'll be back, hopefully, maybe tomorrow with another demonstration. Everybody hit that thumbs up. Everybody hit that like button. Let's get it shared and let's show the information. You know what I mean? Let's show the information that we should be digging into before we dig into Breonna Taylor's information that they want to try to smear her with. Whether they make it up or not. Look at the integrity of the officers that we pay. I mean, peace and love, family. Bluegrass, you stuck through to the end. Bluegrass. Do you understand where I'm coming from, Bluegrass? Let me see, Bluegrass Nomad. Do you understand where I'm coming from? I'm Bluegrass. I'm waiting on Bluegrass before I get out of here because Bluegrass said something in the beginning. KB said, Jesus is God. KB said, look at your neighbor and say, Jesus is God. One love, John Ziggy. Yes, sir. Bluegrass. See where I'm coming from? You know what I mean? Jesus. Look at your neighbor and say, Jesus is God. KB, with Jesus being God, I'm going to say, bye now. Now, if Jesus is your God, that's on you. That's what you want. Who am I to change who you want be your God? And you ain't gonna change who I want to be mine. Bye now. Peace and love, family.